Johor's state government is asking for special exemptions so that it can reopen the border with Singapore. The causeway that links Singapore and Malaysia is one of the busiest border crossings in the world, with hundreds of thousands of people crossing every day. Johor's Chief Minister, Hasni Mohammad, is seeking an exemption for work pass holders, students, transportation drivers and Singaporeans who are living in Johor. Now, if his proposal is approved, border officials would implement more stringent health checks.
Singaporeans and Malaysians woke up to a near-empty causeway this morning with the usual bumper-to-bumper traffic nowhere to be seen. The usual morning buzz at Woodlands and Marsiling has been silenced, and businesses fear they're in for a quiet 14 days.
Looking at this causeway, you wouldn't believe it's one of the world's busiest land border crossings, not from the Malaysia side, and certainly not from Singapore's side. What used to be a daily commute for some 300,000 people arriving to work and play has been reduced to a trickle.
This taxi stand at Woodlands train checkpoint serves as one of the busiest entrances to the border, and you usually see throngs of people streaming in and out of here on the daily commute to Malaysia. But since the lockdown kicked in at midnight, the crowd has all but disappeared.
A taxi driver who depends on business from Malaysians going to work in the area says he usually picks up a passenger within 5 minutes of arriving. Today, not one person has hopped in after half an hour.
In the morning, I start to drive. Maybe around half hour, I can move to town area. Today, very less because this virus problem.
This market at nearby Marsiling may look buzzing now due to the lunchtime crowd. But it was a vastly different scene this morning. Many Malaysians typically flock here for breakfast straight after arriving in Singapore.
Morning time, Malaysian people a lot buy the breakfast. Now lockdown, then morning we open 4 a.m. until 6 plus. No people buy because 2 weeks, right? Yeah, we so worried lah. The business maybe drop a lot.
80% Malaysian. They come here for 4:30 onward. But this morning also less, the crowd less already.
Usually morning 3:30 a lot of people want. Now don't have. Now you can open 5:30 also can already. No need so early lah.
On Tuesday night, thousands of Malaysians crossed the border into Singapore, hoping to beat the partial lockdown and secure incomes for the next 2 weeks. Both sides are now working together to ensure people, goods and services can continue to flow safely between the countries. But until those plans are finalized, sounds like these won't be heard for a while yet.